Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. And now we've got news out of ECU where they're seeing a high volume of flu and respiratory virus patients. Now ECU Health tells WITN that they are experiencing a high volume of patients, particularly those visiting the emergency department with symptoms consistent with influenza and other seasonal respiratory viruses. Now, the hospital says it's following operational procedures to help address the increase in demand for care. The officials say the hospital remains fully operational and the emergency department is open to care for patients. Now, patients who are not experiencing a medical emergency but would like to see a provider are encouraged to visit ECU Health Immediate Care. Greenville location is 2460 Emerald Place, and that is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Now, so far, 11 flu-associated deaths have been reported in North Carolina this season, with one being a child, according to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. We also want to highlight a story out of Bertie County where a shooting investigation is underway. On December 22nd, the Bertie County Sheriff's Office went to the 3800 block of Governor's Road for a person who had been shot twice in the leg. The victim was taken to the hospital. Now, deputies found that the shooting did not happen at the residence on Governor's Road and that it may have been connected to a dispute that happened earlier in the day. After an investigation, 21-year-old Jason Clark of Windsor was charged with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, and discharging a weapon into occupied property. Now, Clark surrendered to the sheriff's office on Monday. He was taken to the Bertie Martin Regional Jail under no bond. And now for your weather forecast. Today is quite a bit different than what we had yesterday. Yesterday, well, we woke up with sunshine, then cloud cover rolled in. Today, it's going to be sunny from start to finish. The problem is we're not going to be seeing any of the heat we had yesterday. Air temperatures are going to be staying well below our seasonal average today, thanks to yesterday's cold front that is, again, still providing plenty of chill to the east. Right now, air temperatures kind of sitting around the freezing point, low to mid 30s across most of eastern North Carolina. And as you can see, the only cloud cover around eastern North Carolina is the clouds that are about 10-15 miles off the coast of the Outer Banks. It is, again, a ways out before you really run into cloud cover right now over the east. This is a view through our Pitt Greenville Airport cam, 34 degrees, and you can see we've got a plane making a landing there. Nice little private jet, west-northwesterly wind coming in at about 10 miles an hour, and that's making 34 feel more like 26. Successful touchdown. Hopefully, again, have a wonderful time in eastern North Carolina. Now, as far as Washington is concerned, a little bit warmer, 35 degrees. Not much, but, we'll take what we can get, especially when it's this cold outside. Westerly wind at 9 miles an hour is making 35 feel more like 27. So you're going to need your jacket throughout the day. It's one of those just sunny, cold winter days that usually we always forget about whenever we are in the month of July and August. So again, try to take yourself back to the summer months when it was just super hot and you were wishing for a cold day, just one cold day. Well, today is that cold day. Air temperatures currently in the low to mid 30s throughout most of eastern North Carolina. As you get closer to the water, seeing a little bit more of the upper 30s. We've got 39 degrees in Stumpy Point, 37 in Oriental, Hatteras, as well as Beaufort. But again, today's highs only getting into the low to mid 40s, certainly not going to be warm by anybody's standards. Northwesterly winds will help keep those air temperatures cool today. Right now, those winds are blowing in at about 7 to 15 miles an hour throughout most of the east. We do have a few areas that are a little bit outside of that range. A 17 mile per hour sustained breeze out of the northwest in Jacksonville. We've got a 20 mile per hour sustained wind in Beaufort. Now, currently, the winds are again kind of reaching that sustained speed that they'll likely stay at through the day. 10, 15, possibly up to 20 mile an hour sustained winds across the east today. And then those will weaken later on this afternoon, more so around 4, 5, and 6 p.m. Go down to about a single-digit wind speed. This will help cool us off even more later on tonight as skies are going to remain clear. And whenever you've got lighter winds, you're able to lose more of that long wave radiation, that heat that you gain through the day, out into the atmosphere. So you end up with cooler nights whenever you've got clear skies and calm winds. I don't think winds are going to be completely calm, but they'll certainly be a lot calmer than what we're going to see coming up this afternoon and again for tomorrow afternoon. But tomorrow afternoon, what we will see is more of a southwesterly breeze, and that will start to warm us back up again as we wrap up 2025 and head towards 2026. Cloud cover is going to be minimal over the next 48 hours, even over the next several days. We won't really see much cloud cover until really we get into the weekend, possibly maybe a little bit of cloud cover showing up on Friday. But Saturday is the day when we're anticipating our next round of rain. Between now and then, our forecast is really going to kind of hinge on that high pressure system hanging around. That's going to keep us sunny over the next several days. By Thursday morning, again looking at sunny skies to start the new year. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. 43 today, 51 tomorrow, 54 on Thursday, 57 by Friday, and then rain showers return to the party on Saturday. About a 60% chance of rain. The good news is it does look like a lot of those showers are going to be in and out of the east on Saturday, leaving us with a sunny and mostly dry Sunday. That's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.